Good morning, guys, and welcome to my first vlog of 2021. It is Monday, the 11th of January today. I actually got back a couple days ago from a camping trip, which was such a fun way to start my 2021. I'm feeling super happy and rested and just ready to kind of get back into creating content and making YouTube videos. This vlog, I guess, is just going to be kind of me getting my life together for the new year. I have just a list of things that I want to get done today, kind of just like life admin things. I spent a bit of time this morning just reflecting on the previous year and kind of just setting some intentions and just kind of figuring out what I want to focus on this year in 2021. To give you guys a bit of an idea of what I will be doing today, of what's on my list, I need to post a package. I want to declutter my things in the bathroom. I want to declutter my notes app on my phone and move everything to Notion and make it super organized. I need to clean and put away my stuff that I took camping. I want to clean my room. I need to plan some YouTube videos and do this vlog, which I'm already doing. I need to do my business accounting from last month and my December income/expenses. I need to order something online, and I have a bunch of clothes to list on Depop as well. So I'm going to try and get everything done on my list today. I'm going to start just by cleaning and doing a bit of a declutter of my space. I find that physically decluttering just helps me to feel so much more refreshed. So I'm going to start that. So this morning I spent a bit of time just journaling and reflecting on my previous year and what I want to be doing this year. I think it's super beneficial, at least for me personally, to just kind of be stepping back occasionally and reflecting on what I've been doing, how I've been spending my time, how I've been feeling, and then kind of letting that inform where I want to go. I'm not a huge goal-setting person, but I do love reflecting and kind of just setting a few intentions or just thinking of a few habits that I want to build going forward. During this time of year where it is just super common to be reflecting and setting goals and kind of planning for your year, I'm reminded of this verse from James. So it's James chapter 4 verses 13 to 15, and it says, "Come now, you who say, today or tomorrow we will travel to such and such a city and spend a year there and do business and make a profit. Yet you do not know what tomorrow will bring, what your life will be. For you are like vapor that appears for a little while, then vanishes. Instead, you should say, if the Lord wills, we will live and do this or that." And this verse is just such a good reminder to not make plans apart from God and just the constant awareness that He is in control and that it is His hand over our lives. So I try to keep that in mind as I am making my little plans. So I came up with just a little list of questions that I found online and kind of compiled and just took the ones that were relevant, I felt, for me. And I just used these to kind of prompt reflection, and just help me get me thinking about the year. So the questions that I used were, what are your highlights / what are you proud of from the year? What were the biggest challenges and struggles of the year? What did God teach me this year? What did I learn about myself this year? what was my most frequent mental state? And then in looking forward to this year, I use the questions, what do you want to spend more time doing this year? And what habits do you want to build or get rid of this year? So I will leave those questions on the screen in case you guys would like to use them as well to prompt a bit of reflection. But I kind of just reflected and wrote down some notes. So some of my highlights for the year were God's provision in work. And I had no idea what I was going to be doing for work at the start of last year, and I still don't really know what I'm doing, but it's just so cool to see how God has always provided for me and has constantly been working in my life and just kind of taken me in a way that taken me in a direction that I never thought that I would go in. Another highlight for 2020 was just discovering a whole bunch of new hobbies. Last year was really a year of investing into hobbies. I roller skated so much and learned so many new tricks last year in roller skating. I also learned how to make bread, and I had so much fun doing that. I also discovered that I really love camping. So just learning new things and finding things that bring me joy and investing into my hobbies was such a fun thing that I did in 2020. And then reflecting on challenges and struggles of 2020, I struggled a little bit with just anxiety and mental balance last year. So something that I'm definitely working on coming into this year, but it's already doing so much better. Also, work and motivation was something that I struggled with last year. I think probably because I didn't have a really good balance of work and rest. Definitely towards the end of the year, I was working for rest and not from rest. And also discerning and reflecting is something I really struggled with, particularly towards the end of 2020. I am usually so good at kind of taking time to step back and reflect and just kind of be aware of what's happening in my mind and how I'm feeling. But I think I kind of just didn't take that time to step back and reflect. So something that God really taught me last year is that honesty and vulnerability is so important for growth and deep relationships. God taught me so much, and I could honestly talk about a million things that God taught me last year, but that is one of the most prevalent things that I feel like God taught me. Things that I learned about myself last year, I learned that I can tend to be a little bit impatient. I also learned that I tend to be easily influenced by others and situations, which I feel like is something that I was kind of aware of, but didn't really articulate or kind of put a coherent thought to until when I was just reflecting on it this year. Another thing I learned about myself is that sometimes I tend to avoid conflict in the interest of appearing like I'm loving people, even though avoiding conflict is sometimes not the loving thing to do. And then looking forward to 2021, things that I want to spend more time doing. I want to spend more time off of my phone and just off of technology in general. I want to spend more time with Jesus, and I also want to spend more time investing into my YouTube channel. I feel like last year I had such good intentions at the start of the year to just be investing into my YouTube channel, and then it just went downhill and I ended up not putting in as much time as I would have liked to. And as for habits that I want to build or get rid of in the new year, one is regularly reflecting. I feel like it can be so easy to just kind of take life as it comes and just live going with the flow and just experiencing life. But I know that for me especially, just making sure that I take that time out to reflect and just check in with how I'm feeling and making sure I'm processing things and situations and just being attentive to what God is saying to me or teaching to me is so important, so good for my mental health as well. So I definitely want to make a habit this year of regularly checking in with myself and reflecting. And another habit is just spending less time on my phone, which I feel like is a big one, and probably everyone says this every year. But if you want some tips with this one, I have a whole video about digital minimalism on how to spend less time on your phone, so I'll link that one below. So that was my little reflection slash kind of setting my intentions of what I want to do this year. I'm super excited for 2021. One of my major goals is just to be more surrendered to God this year and just more surrendered to His plan and what He wants for my life and what He wants to do in my life. And another goal that I have is to just learn more about God. I feel like knowledge can be sometimes the area that I struggle a little bit in. And I have just realized that I really don't know that much, and there is so much more that I could learn. So this year I really want to just dedicate more time and energy to learning about God and Christianity, and just really like having a more solid understanding of what I actually believe and being able to articulate that better to other people. So yeah, thank you guys for reflecting with me. I would love to hear in the comments below if you guys have any resolutions or goals or intentions for the year as well. I'm going to continue on my little to-do list today and do a little bit of work on my computer, doing my finance and accounting stuff. So I will talk to you guys a little bit later. I am about to declutter my bathroom now. I share my bathroom with my two younger siblings, so pretty much all my stuff is stored in this drawer right here. And already just from opening it and looking, I can see that there is stuff that is empty and does not need to be in there anymore. So I have not cleaned this drawer out in so long, so I'm gonna take everything out, declutter what doesn't need to be in there, and reorganize everything that is staying. So this is everything that I ended up getting rid of. You guys, I could not believe how many empty containers were in here that I thought I might reuse, but I didn't. So many little jars and containers. A lot of this stuff was just empty that I left in there for some reason. Some products that were sent to me for photo shoots that I don't really use. A lot of empty stuff, and I got rid of a whole lot of space, and my drawer is looking a whole lot cleaner and neater now. So, little update, I've just been working on setting up my Notion and doing all my finance stuff, but I just randomly have a desire right now to go for a run, which is so random and weird because I never feel like going for a run, but I think I'm going to capitalize on that and just go and do some exercise. Another thing that I really want to do more of this year is just exercise and move my body every day if I can. It is so good for my mental health to just get outside and do some exercise, so I definitely want to do more of that, even if it's just going on a walk or roller skating. I just want to find more fun ways that I enjoy to just move my body and exercise. So I'm gonna go for a run now, and I'm gonna come back and finish off my work, and then probably run out and post my package, and then I will have done everything on my list for the day. So I think I'm going to end this vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video.